Tim Burton grew up in Burbank, California, bored and alienated by his bland suburban surroundings. As an escape and a comfort, the young Burton turned to drawing and watching movies, which became the foundation for his later work as a filmmaker. Burton found work as an animator with Walt Disney Studios, where he clashed with the formulaic and tradition-bound process forced upon him. Despite his frustrations, Burton during this time managed to produce 2 short animated films, Vincent and Frankenweenie, establishing the visual and thematic motifs which would inform his future film work. Here to speak about this is MoMA Assistant Curator Ron Magliozzi.
A number of Tim's creative muses are evident in these early archetypal Burton films, and the concept art, maquette, sculptures, and puppets he produced for these, which are on display here. The first I'll point out is what I'd call his Burbank muse. Small-town settings, visually distinctive but ordinary, are the settings for Vincent, Frankenweenie, and later Edward Scissorhands and Nightmare Before Christmas. It is from these Burbank-inspired settings that the characters in all these films seek to escape. Another set of motifs to take note of here and throughout the show is something Tim refers to when he says, "All my drawings look alike." Of course, it isn't true that all his drawings look alike. It is true, however, in the earliest concept drawings he does for his lead characters, he typically resorts to similar-looking triangular and round shapes for heads and bodies. You can see that here in the character drawings for Victor and Vincent, and you'll see it later in the art for Edward Scissorhands. In the visual mathematics of Burton's work, triangles equal trouble and circles equal loss. Keep this in mind when you arrive at the Oyster Boy and Steamboat area, where you'll see Burton's expressive use of circular shapes in a series of tragic children.
As Ron notes, these films have a pronounced autobiographical element. Both are small-town stories about alienated youths whose brooding imaginations lead them into gothic netherworlds lurking beneath their everyday existence. A frightening but also liberating experience when compared to their real enemies, the so-called normality that surrounds them. Here is Tim Burton on his perception of the word normal.
The word normal always scared me because that indicated something that was quite subversively terrifying in some way. Again, growing up on monster movies where that was the dynamic in each and every one of those, where the monster was sort of the outcast of, and the people were much more of the sort of villainous element to it. That's always been important to me, and I can't seem to get rid of it.